Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Fearless Thinking, a podcast designed to help you navigate authentic leadership and the entrepreneurial journey. I'm your host, Michael Devous, and these are my thoughts, lessons, and insights from my entrepreneurial journey into coaching, workshops, motivational speaking, and of course, what I picked up from interviews with inspiring leaders and entrepreneurs along the way. My mission is to help people unlock their untapped potential by using fear as a catalyst for powerful change and growth, so they can step into the greatest version of their most authentic selves. All right, let's get into some fearless thinking. Hey, fearless thinkers, welcome back. I'm your host, Michael Devous, and today's episode, by the way, we wrapping up last week's episode and the one before that, we were talking about the fires. We had a second fire, another fire. I mean, it's just like, this is what's going on in the world. Like, the world's on fire. It was even closer. They evacuated the entire town of Ruidosa, New Mexico. It's just devastating and sad. The things that are happening to all of these folks and people, and we're sitting right on the edge of all of this, on pins and needles, constantly in this sort of state of expectation, anxiety-ridden expectation to, will we get the call? Won't we get the call? Do we need to evacuate? Do we not need to evacuate? We're very, very blessed that our ranch has been spared. We're very blessed at the efforts of all of the firefighters and the people and the workers and everybody that have done everything they can to get these fires under control. And to, when they step out to go to work, man, it's not like this where I get to sit in the comfort of a room doing a podcast or helping people deal with fear or whatever. Like, this is a comfort zone. This is a privileged comfort space. And those individuals that put their lives at risk every day for us, trying to save our lives, save our properties, protect us, what have you. It's just incredible, the work that they do. So thank you. All right. So today, episode 46, the 5 biggest fears holding us back as aspiring entrepreneurs and how to conquer them. So, excuse me. This is, we're going to dive headfirst into this sort of messy, beautiful world of entrepreneurship. And I love talking about fear. This is a topic that's close to my heart, and it's close to everything really that I do. The fearless road, fearless thinking, sorry. Making fear your friend with my motivational speaking. And of course with the coaching and consulting that I do, right? As well as, by the way, the Ascend Hub, where I will be providing those types of services, guidance and instruction and workshops and coaching there at the Ascend Hub for all aspiring entrepreneurs, mentors, and leaders. So fear it's this thing that I'm fascinated with, especially business fear, life fear, personal, professional growth, dealing with and facing and understanding them. I think it's interesting. Of course I do, because I do it. I better find it interesting. If I don't, I'm in trouble. I'm passionate about finding new ways and opportunities to look at different perspectives on how we deal with and how we confront and how we handle and how we manage fear in the face of and on our entrepreneurial journey, right? So think of it like this. You're standing at the edge of of a diving board. Your heart is pounding, your palms are sweaty. This is the entrepreneurial leap, my friends. And there are a few universal fears that can hold us back from taking that leap. 1, fear of failure. Okay, so, pardon me, I'm so sorry. Remember that time I told you about losing my home and studio to wildfires? Remember that time? It was literally a couple weeks ago. that fear of losing everything, the anxiety that I was ridden with, is the same fear that actually keeps many aspiring entrepreneurs from frozen in place and not taking that leap. We're scared of failing and losing our investment and letting other people down. The investment of time and money and energy and all of those things, right, builds up, and it becomes more and more and more and more and more. In for a penny, in for a pound. Some of us don't know where to leap and when to leap. And some of us, by the time we get to that place where we need to do the leaping and take that step, that leap of faith, we've put so much time and energy in it. We're really terrified that we're going to lose all that effort, right? Um, or we're afraid we're going to let other people down. There's a big, we've talked ourselves up. We've told people what we're going to do. We've built up the idea and the dream, and there may be people depending on you, for jobs, for work, for opportunity, just expectation that you will succeed. But here's the thing: failure isn't the end; it's just a stepping stone. Actually, and this is something I've said before. I don't think it's failure unless you stop trying. When you stop trying, when you stop advancing, when you stop progressing, when you stop looking at and trying to take on new perspectives to observe a problem, an obstacle, a challenge before you from a different way, shape, or form, that's when you fail. But we as entrepreneurs, we don't. We just keep pushing forward, right? That's every opportunity like that is a stepping stone. Sarah Blakely, who I've mentioned before, the founder of Spanx, failed her LSAT twice before starting her $1 billion empire. Hell, I failed my SATs. Gosh, I think I took it 3 times. And I think the highest score I got was 960. Like, I'm telling you, standardized testing is great for making us all feel standard. there's not a whole lot there that, in my opinion, I just don't think it really does test the measure of a person's ability and capability and acumen. It just doesn't. I went on to do amazing things. I hated high school. I couldn't stand to be there. Of course, I had a lot of bullies and torturers and struggles during junior high and high school, which is probably why I was failing so many different things, because I just couldn't concentrate. I was dealing with so many other things. When I got to college, that's when I ended up excelling. I got A's. I ended up on the dean's honor roll, the president's honor roll. That's where I really found my stride. And failure is where the real learning begins for us. It's where it really starts to happen. 2 is the fear of the unknown. Oh God, the variables, guys, the number of things out there, the possibilities, the roads, the different paths we could take. Uncertainty is a part of our entrepreneurial DNA. It's like stepping into a dark room and you just can't see what's in front of you or ahead of you. But remember that even in the dark, there's always, always, always a light switch. That is your research, your business plan, your mentors, your strategies, all of the pieces of the puzzle that you begin to put together, the skill sets you've accumulated over many, many years and practices and studying and learning. These are your light switches. At the Ascend Hub, this is just another tool in your arsenal, by the way, with a community of individuals, like-minded and like-valued individuals, where you can share your fear of the unknown, get advice, and find clarity amidst the chaos that can ensue when you step out onto this entrepreneurial path. Fear of the unknown is interesting because our brains, human brains, we love stories. We love a beginning, a middle, and an end. And if there is no end, if it doesn't have a through line, right? If there's no story arc that finishes, an unfinished story is a problem and a puzzle for us. If we don't know the ending, our brains will fill in the ending for us. And if we don't have enough information, if we don't have enough feedback, if we don't have enough data that helps us fill in that gap at the end, the finish line, our brains will fill it in with doubt doubts and fears of the unknown, right? So make sure you've got all of those stories filled out. Write it down. Um, the third one, fear of public speaking. Ooh, this gets a lot of people. I mean, this is, let's be honest, who doesn't get a little nervous before a presentation? Um, I have a little bit of jitters and stuff before I do presentations. It was, when I was on stage for many years, and there's always this little piece of nervous energy that bubbles in before the curtains open, lights go up, audience is there, but then you settle in and it's all good. Get even the most seasoned speakers get butterflies. This is because you care. This is because whatever you're getting ready to do, you value so much, you're a little nervous about it. That's important. That's information for you to have. By the way, it's an energy you can tap into. It's an energy source you can tap into to help elevate your excitement and your stage presence. This is something I can talk to you about in terms of performance coaching at the Ascend Hub. The key here is to practice and prepare, making sure that you can find your authentic voice. This is what I help people do. Performance coaching. All of the different fears that we've been carrying with us, it's funny how they find their way to you right at the moment when you're about to step on stage or you've got to do a presentation. They can just pop up, even random ones, right? But preparation is really a big key factor here. And then number two, mental preparation. This isn't just about memorizing your words for the presentation. It's really about mentally understanding where you are, taking inventory of how you feel about the words you're saying, about the space you're in, about the confidence that you're building and taking on and wearing when you walk onto that stage, into that boardroom, into that conference room to give that presentation. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to be genuine and people will hear you. And by the way, get your reps out of the way, right? You got to do it. So you might as well do 100 of them, get them out of the way. Practice. Another fear of selling and promoting. Stop trying to be so humble. Just sell your shit. Sell you, promote you. It's okay. This is a big one for a lot of people. We're taught to be humble and not brag. Put that aside. But as entrepreneurs, we need to master the art of self-promotion. It's not about being pushy. It's not about being egotistical. It's about sharing your passion and your vision and your values that you bring to the world. I mean, that is the purpose, by the way, of what you're doing. You're bringing your vision and your dreams and you're turning it into reality in the world so you can make an impact, right? Whether that's with a service, a product, a message, a mission, whatever it is, that's valuable. So you know what? Tuck that little humble thing, a humble pot, put that away and start serving up some pride. Start serving up some promotion. Start serving up a bit more of you. You're valuable. We need to know and hear what you have to say, right? Another one is fear of not being good enough. Now, I have talked a lot about enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough training. I don't have enough friends. I don't have enough staff. I don't have enough leads. I don't have enough, you name it. Fill in that blank. I don't have enough, fill in the blank, right? That anxiety over enoughism is, it's one of the biggest fears because you could fill in so many different things here, right? Our brains just keep dumping more and more into that space if we haven't prepared. The dreaded imposter syndrome, right? We all feel this at times, do I belong here? Have I earned this? What right do I have? Will people see through me? But here's the truth. You are good enough. You have unique talents, ideas, skills to share. So embrace that growth mindset. You will keep learning. And remember, every expert was once a beginner, right? We all start somewhere from zero to hero, baby. Like that's what we do. And our beginnings have value. So don't cheat yourself because you think you don't have enough. You have exactly what you need to begin. So, in conclusion, fearless thinkers, thank you for joining me again today for episode 46. All the different fears that get in our way of starting out on our journey are simply just reminders of the value that we have and how important it is for us to succeed. And that's okay. Fear is normal. It doesn't have to define our journey. And ironically, it will define our journey. In fact, everything you do against fear, everything you do to try to fight fear, everything you do to try to like set it aside, deal with it, overcome it, what have you, actually does shape how we address our future and our path on our journey as entrepreneurs. And if you want support and you want help and you want a community to get behind you and your product and your service and your launch, join the Ascend Hub. We'll help you conquer your fears. We'll help you find your voice. We'll help you build resilience, and we'll help you turn your entrepreneurial dreams into a reality. So, okay, have a fantastic week. By the way, do some fearless thinking and help others ascend wherever you can. All right, kids, we will see you at the next episode. Take care. Bye.